Esthefany, and it wasn't until about a year ago that my dad and I started having a close relationship, like the one we used to have when I was younger. So I wrote a letter as if it was written by my dad. Estimada Haja, I'll never forget when you were young and I went to the Dominican Republic to visit you and your mom. You clinged onto my legs and hardly ever let go in fright that I would once again leave to New York. It was Papi this and Papi that. And when I had to leave, you cried with screams. I began to worry that one day I'd go back and you wouldn't recognize me. So I brought the whole family back with me. I want to apologize. I know you hated the flickering lights and the brick buildings and the never-ending big steps in them. But we were meant to be here, Tati. You were meant to be here. This past summer, you won a scholarship to travel to France to do that photography stuff you like doing. I didn't tell you then, but I was against that trip. Tú sabes, muchas cosas pasan en el otro lado del mundo. You had been telling me all year that you were going, but it wasn't until I came home from work one hot summer evening and saw you doing business with the photographer to buy his manual 35mm camera that I realized, whoa, you were serious. I taught her well, I thought to myself, but maybe that's just it. Maybe your mother and I taught you too well. We raised you to be too independent. Your mother's always talking about, tenemos que darles raíces y alas. She tells me that it's all about giving you and your brother, good roots and wings. Where the hell does she get this stuff from? Solo ella sabe donde ella saca todas esas cosas. As of now, I'm not quite sure how big I want to give you your wings, as if they weren't already enormous. Maybe just good enough to go back and forth to Wesleyan University. Wow, Chihuahua. It's unbelievable how time flies. Now you're bringing home this Asian kid. What's his name? Oh yeah, Billy. Como que está raro ese nombre. He looks like a good kid. He brings you home late at night and comes over to the house a lot. It shows he really cares about you, and he's not one of those street thugs. I'll admit it was a bit weird for me at first, since you're my little girl. He's the first guy you brought home, and I just need time to get used to it. I remember when I first saw you kiss a boy. It was this kid, and you must have thought it was pitch black outside because you kissed him right before you got into the car. I didn't say anything. I just let it consume me on the ride home. A couple of days later, you asked to go to the movies with this same friend of yours. No todos los amigos se besan, Tati. What I meant to say was, he's not just your friend if you kiss him. As a father, it is my duty to call these muchachos out as I see them. And at times, I'm grateful he came along, because we've grown closer since then. You now allow me to give you advice. I know I don't say much to him as you would want me to, but what is there to say? I don't want to know babies? Or maybe I should say that, but I think he knows better. And the whole treat my daughter with respect definitely goes without saying. After all, my poker face look says all that he needs to know. You're probably smiling now and thinking, wow, Papi is really out of hand. But it's true. Quick question. How does this dorming thing at college work? I hope no boys are allowed in your dorm. I want no your hooligan business taking place up there. ¿Entendiste? We raised you better than that. Or as your mother would say, we gave you good wings. But I don't understand how she can be so at ease with the idea of you going away. Your brother and I cried when you were in France, but to ourselves, of course, because we're men. But I did tear up on the phone when I was talking to you. Thankfully, your college is only 2 hours away. I guess the point of this letter is that I'm slowly accepting that you're growing up faster than I would have ever imagined. Nevertheless, you will always be my little girl. No importa cuánto tú crezcas y cuántos años tú tengas, Tati, tú siempre vas a ser la niña de papi. Con mucho amor, papi. Thank you.